Hello, my name is Anthony Dion. I'm here at JTech, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a transmission pressure test on a 2010 Chevy Aveo. It's an automatic transmission. So basically, before you even do the test, you want to make sure that the transmission fluid is not burnt or not, it's still good. You also want to make sure that the engine's running right before you do the test, because that could be the problem in itself. So reasons for performing a pressure test on a transmission is to test the pressure to see whether it's high or lower than spec. If it's higher than spec, that could be, the pressure regulator stuck closed. If it's low, it could be just staying open. There's many different problems that can be causing it. You could have a leak in the system and you get low pressure that way. Okay, so safety precautions you want to take during this test is usually you want to set this on a lift, but you don't have to. You could chock the wheels. You want to make sure that, first you want to make sure that the car is running safely. You want to make sure that you're in a well-ventilated room. If you want to set the parking brake, because you'll be putting the car in forward and reverse. So basically, to set this test up, it's pretty easy. After you get the wheels chocked and everything like that, the car is stationary. You want to hook the pressure gauge up to the test port on the transmission, which you just gotta find the right adapter and the right adapter to your gauge and your line, and you want to take the bolt out of the test port. And that's pretty much it for setup. Okay, so now we're going to be performing the test. So I'm going to have one of the other people in here to start the car. Alright, so initial pressure at idle is 75, around 75. Now he's going to put it in reverse. We're going to read the pressure in reverse. Alright, so in reverse it's reading around 125. And now he's going to put it in drive. We're going to read the pressure in drive. Okay, so now that it's in drive, it dropped back down to around 75, and that's pretty much the test. Okay, so basically the results of that test was at idle was supposed to be around 55 to 65. The gauge itself is actually reading 25 above what it's supposed to. So really the car was only running about 50. So idle it was okay. Okay, so in drive it was supposed to be around 55 to 65 as well. So again, the gauge was reading 25 above it's what it's supposed to, so it's really reading about 50. So again, it's a little low, but when we put it in reverse, it read around 125, and it was supposed to read around 80 to 90, which is clearly low, about 10-15 below, because again, the gauge is reading wrong. It's reading about 25 above, so it's really reading 100. And basically, what all that's telling us is that in reverse, it's reading lower than spec pressure. So that could be, like I said earlier in the video, could be a stuck open pressure regulator. There's different problems, but in order to find out what the problem really is, we'd need to look up how this transmission in particular works.